action. Going to take a shot downfield. Guns the pass toward Washington. Makes a catch at the Illinois 30. After Ramir, no fakes and paying off. Throws it to the flat to Kemp. Makes a catch. 5. Touchdown, Nebraska. Snap back. Play action. Back to throw. Wide open at the middle field pass. Caught. Touchdown. Thomas Fedoni. Now being flushed. Rolled out. Gets tackled from behind. A sack in the back by Jamari Butler.
We played like a team, which was really important to me. That's really the culture we want to have.
Being out there for the first time in a night game, all the emotions, it was awesome. I think that is a testament to Coach Rhule, the culture that he's built. If you put in work here, you will play.
Keeps it 15, 10, 5. He is in. Touchdown, Nebraska. Gets the snap. Stretch play left to Grant. Anthony bounces to the outside of the 10 to the 5. He is in. Touchdown, Nebraska.
And welcome to this week's show. Wow, what a Saturday night. Great weather. Pretty good performance. Yeah, like a lot of things Saturday night.
Yeah, I thought it was great for our players. Hopefully great for the fans. Tremendous atmosphere and good to get a win.
Did you enjoy your first game at Memorial Stadium?
Yeah, it was unlike anything I've ever been a part of. I've gone into those environments, but I've never been on the home side. And it was from the tunnel walk to the Unity walk to the tunnel walk to everything else. I thought it was amazing.
Do you think your team fed off that a little bit?
100%. We were in two tough environments the first 2 weeks, and I've talked about that not as an excuse, but as a learning moment to come back home, to have that crowd. I think as much as anything, to have the other guys on the team. You travel 74 guys. We have another 60-some guys that bust their tails. So to have everyone together, to be in front of that atmosphere was awesome.
All right, we've got a lot to get to here in the next 30 minutes. When we come back, we'll check out the action from the first half of the Huskers home opener against NIU. That's next.
Let's check out this week's Big Mac sack from McDonald's. Lombardi claps the hands, gets the snap. Now being flushed, rolled out, gets tackled from behind. A sack in the back by Jamari Butler, his second sack in as many weeks. Huskers will get a 3 and out as they drop him back at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, it's almost not fair when Butler has his hand in the dirt against O-lineman. He is ultra explosive, and people have to remember he's moved all around playing on this defensive front, but he started out in camp as their #1 jack linebacker.
With that Big Mac sack, Big Mac sandwiches are buy one, get one free the day after the game. Only at McDonald's.
We're back on the Husker Football Show presented by BMO. Nebraska took on the Huskies of Northern Illinois on a gorgeous Saturday night. Team came out of a different tunnel with a new facility coming out of that northeast tunnel. You start on defense and get a nice 3 and out from your defense. Kind of sets the tone for the night.
Yeah, we talked about complimentary football, them getting the 3 and out. It wasn't a great punt, so our special teams did their job, and a great field position at the 45-yard line to get started.
And just a really efficient drive for your offense here to start the game.
Yeah, I thought the explosive play to Marcus right off the bat, we knew we wanted to do that all week. Marcus set it up. Alex did a great job of running the safety out of there. And I think we needed that shot in the arm to get ourselves going.
So Heinrich then using his legs, and he's a good athlete. He can do this.
Yeah, he's one of the best athletes on the team. He's 4'5", 240 pounds or 30 pounds, whatever he is. He's special.
And then he finds Billy Kemp, a Husker first for Billy, a first touchdown for him, and first of hopefully a lot this year for Billy Kemp.
Yeah, happy for Billy. Great block by Fedoni. Recognized that it was man. He blocked his man. So I love seeing when guys make plays to allow another guy to make a play, and that was one of those.
Huskers grabbed the 7-0 lead about 6 minutes into the game, and your defense held NIU to only 22 yards of offense in that first quarter. Just continued to play great football. And then you get the ball back here, and then unfortunate play here with a strip sack by them.
Yeah, they kind of changed their defense. They ran up the field, wanted to take away Heinrich, RPO, so the tackle doesn't really have a chance. I thought this was the defining moment of the game, though. This is where we kind of became a team. Defense went out there. They had Heinrich's back. I think that allowed him then to go kind of play free, and that's who we want to be.
So you hold them to 3, 7-3 the score here, and then we kind of settle into a game of exchange of punts. You weren't able to really get much going for the next couple of drives, but your defense continued to play great football. We're going to get a sack coming up here from Jamari. You had 3 sacks on the day. Your defense continues to put pressure on quarterbacks.
Yeah, our whole goal is to stop the run first, then get after the quarterback. Different guys are doing it, which is great, and it's really it's good for us. It's kind of the way the defense is built.
So Huskers unable again to move it, but your defense continues to play great. And a lot of different, you said after the game, so many guys playing well, it's hard to just pinpoint 1 or 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, we have a bunch of guys making plays on defense, playing fast. That we're going to have to continue that. It's going to take a lot of guys to do what we want to do.
Tommy Hill with a nice play right there. You get the ball back. Gabe Irvin, I thought, ran really hard for you.
Yeah, Gabe, big, powerful back, gets out in open space, and even some of these drives, sometimes you're not always going to score, but he stepped in for Amir here as the third down back and made some huge plays, but flipping the field, making them play on their side. I think we ended up punting this ball down to the 2, so those are huge plays for us.
Yeah, drop pass here. Thomas probably needs to squeeze that one there, but you get a good punt from Brian, and Phelan does pin him deep at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, these are the plays that we probably don't put on Twitter. They probably aren't not real noticed, but they change games. It was excellent by Phelan and Brian.
So you hold them right away, get the ball, get that short field, and you were able to go 4 plays, 36 yards to stretch the lead right before half. Those are big momentum things, taking them into the locker room.
Yeah, we talk a lot about the middle 8, the last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half, and we've come out of halftime well in some previous games, but this was the first time we've gone into halftime putting points on the board, and that's what we need to do. Back-to-back
weeks, Coach, of Heinrich Fine and Thomas Fedoni. That's a good little combination.
Yeah, they've been together for a while. They kind of, young quarterbacks always like big targets. They can see them, and excellent play by Thomas.
MJ Sherman gets another sack for you there. You're able to kind of pinch off this drive. You get the ball back, not able to do much. We're inside the last minute now of the half, but kind of like where you 14-3, finally get some points in the first half. That had to feel great too.
Yeah, I think a part of this is Sat's not going to be a stats guy. I'm not going to be a stats guy. If we're playing great defense, at the end of the half, we can be aggressive, but we also wanted to make sure we protected the football. We had the lead, trust the defense, come out in the second half, and let the body blows, let the physical style of play start to wear on teams. And I think you see that in the fourth quarter when it comes up.
It certainly did happen. We're back to check out the action from the second 30 minutes of football from Memorial Stadium on a Saturday night. We'll do that next. Welcome back to the Husker Football Show presented by BMO. 14-3 Nebraska with the lead over the Huskies at the half. Huskers get the ball to start the second half, but kind of a similar trend to a lot of the second quarters, just a lot of punts here to start this third quarter. Your thoughts about the way you started the second half?
Like I said, we're just going to play volleys back and forth. We wanted to make sure we protected the football. Had a shot here to Tommy on the big play. So I thought we took our chances, but again, we're just going to try to win games in the fourth quarter, and it's just the style that we want to play. Trust the defense, trust the run game, and make some explosive plays in the passing game when we can.
15 punts in this game, 9 by the Huskies. How about a punishing type run here by Anthony Grant? He delivers a blow at the end of that run.
Yeah, they're a physical team, and I thought Anthony, that was a great message that he sent in terms of the way he's going to run the football.
Great defense continues. You only allow 149 yards of offense for the Huskies in the game. Get a stop here, and then you go on, I think, a terrific drive, a 14-play, 76-yard drive where you converted some third downs, including one right in front of you here.
Pivotal moment in the game, scramble drill. Thomas, could have stood there and walked. Instead he goes and makes the play, and that's, really on offense, players make plays, and Fedoni made several.
Heinrich, 14-24 throwing the football. He rushes for 98 yards. Pretty good stat line for his first collegiate start.
Yeah, I thought he did a great job. He had that early turnover, which you can't necessarily say was his fault, but I thought he protected the football, moved the team, and did whatever it took to get us in the end zone.
Anthony Grant with a couple of runs, and Gabe finishes off the drive. A tough push into the end zone right here.
Yeah, I thought the big guys up front did a nice job in crucial situations. You got into big people, and found some plays that worked for us.
So now you're up 21-3. We're going to have a good play here coming up by Quentin Newsome. Quentin played real well. I thought he might have had an interception later on in the game, but he was in great position here to make a nice play.
Yeah, Quentin's one of our stalwarts on defense. This is a great play, understanding the routes he's going to get and then going and making the play.
You get the ball back, 9-play, 65-yard drive, good mix of run and pass. You get Marcus Washington the ball again. He's starting to play some good football for the Cornhuskers.
Yeah, Marcus was out so much of camp. He's kind of getting his legs underneath him right now, and this is a big time play on 3rd and 9.
Gabe with a nice run here for a dozen yards. You're starting to really wear out the Husky defense, and then Heinrich Harburg with I love the read he makes here to score.
Yeah, I had a chance earlier on the same play, and I think right after he gave the ball, realized he probably had a touchdown. Like the fact that Sat went back to it, and excellent run, and this is what he brings to us.
Shades of Brooke Behringer right there. 28-3, you're in control of the game. Your defense kind of settles, and then you get a turnover. You got to like this. Javen Wright with a nice interception coming up.
Yeah, happy for Javen. He was so close to getting one the last game. Got one this game. Excellent job by Rhule Buckley inside. Got pressure twice. Forced the quarterback to rush the throw, and again, that's complimentary team defense.
Sets up the short field. Anthony Grant with a touchdown run. Good to see AG get out there and get in the end zone.
Yeah, happy for him. Great block by the fullback there, Liebenbrit, and AG gets in the end zone.
35-3 the score. Mop-up time, they're able to score, but Anthony finds the end zone. He was in there a bunch last year. Huskers need him to be big, and this is a good run for him, his first touchdown of 2023. Game basically over at this point. They do have a drive late on your defense. And I know you wanted to keep them out of the end zone. They were able to convert here late in the game.
Yeah, these are valuable reps, though. There's a lot of guys out there playing. I mean, the last thing we want to do is not give the guys a chance to go out there and play. Guys like Trevin Lubin gets out there, gets that big run, huge block on that play by Roman Mangini. Those are the guys that practice all week for us and get the ones ready, and they had their chance to play, and I was happy for them.
You got a game ball afterwards too.
Yeah, we're real honored to get it. So many more, as Trev said, so many people deserve it. But I'm really proud of the guys, and just to share that moment with them was really special.
Got a spot to put that football?
Oh, right behind my desk.
Very good. Huskers win at 35-11. We're back with more of the show next. Welcome back to the Husker Football Show, presented by BMO. Time for this week's Cornhusker Conversation. Jessica Cootie sits down with Husker running back Rahmir Johnson.
3rd and 3 from midfield. Heinrich turns. Hands it off Rahmir. He's got a first down. 45. Rahmir cuts back 40, 35. Angles to the outside. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Dumped down at the 7-yard line. Big run by Rahmir Johnson.
Okay, let's go back to last week, and I know disappointing, but how has this team moved forward and closed the chapter? I know the motto is what's next, right?
Yeah, of course. Getting into that, we watched the film, of course, as a team actually, and coach pointed out some things that we needed to work on both sides of the ball, or all 3 phases of the ball, special teams included, and we got the message. And this, just going into this week, we just been just working on the things we need to work on and improve on and showcase this upcoming weekend, I would say.
One of the things we saw too is the wide receivers really get involved in helping you guys, open up some things for you too. And I talked to Billy Kemp about it, and he said, well, the running backs do it for us. So, how big is that for the wide receivers and what they have done, what they do to help you guys get some room to run?
It's very important. I mean, when you see a wide receiver blocking down the field for you, and it's just that one block that's keeping you from going from a touchdown, it's very important. Like a guy hustling from across the field to get that safety, and we go off his block and then take it to the house. It's very important. So like Billy said, we kind of feed off each other. So they need us to help them. We need them to help us, and that's the team sport we play. So.
We've heard Coach Rhule talk about you from the start, and that you popped on film for him, and that you were going to be a part of what they are going to do here. What has that meant to you to be asked to be stepping into a bigger role this season?
Yeah, for me it means a lot. I just want to be utilized the right way and help the team win. I don't care how it is that you want to use me. I just want to be, able to be whatever you tell me to do, I'm gonna do it, and I just want to be a big part of this team to help us win games. That's all that matters to me. I don't care how many touches I get, how many times I even play. I just want to be useful to the coaching staff and my team, and in any way possible to help us win games, honestly. So it means a lot to me, honestly.
Well, let's circle back to this week and the home opener. First of all, how excited are you guys to get back home? There are a lot of guys that have not played in this stadium on this football team this year, a lot of coaches that haven't coached, but you have experienced it. So how excited are you to get back out there in front of Husker Nation?
I can't wait. It's good to see our home crowd, cheering us on, not the opposing crowd, just all that stuff. So I'm excited to get back out there in front of the fans and play good football. Honestly, just play good football in front of them and have the energy from the crowd juicing us up.
What does this offense need to do to get some rhythm, to get some consistency going starting this week?
We just got to start fast, be confident in ourselves, and just trust the process, trust our game plan, and we should be good from there.
Well, Rahmir Johnson, you've been a big fan of him. He's big in the return game, running game. Unfortunately, got hurt in the game the other night.
Yeah, Rahmir will have surgery. He'll miss the rest of the year. I tell you, as probably as devastating a moment for me, just meeting with him. I even got emotional talking to the team yesterday. Just you see them as players, you see them with the jersey numbers on, but we had a couple guys that all these guys, they work so hard to have this moment and have it taken from them. Just doesn't always seem fair. But Ramir's a Husker. He just means a lot to me. So I'm sad for him. He was having a great season, and as I said to him, hopefully the NFL awaits. And maybe he can come back if he wants to come back here. We'd love to have him. He's just a special guy.
He'll still be around the team, and I'm sure probably providing whatever he can support for the guys that are still playing.
Oh, yeah, he was out there coaching last night. I said they'd take 24 hours, and then kind of deal with what's being said to you, and then I need him to help get these guys ready, and he will. He's a great teammate.
Very good. All right, when we come back, Coach's thoughts on Louisiana Tech, this week's opponent for the Cornhuskers. That's next. Welcome back to the Husker Football Show presented by BMO. The Huskers will play their last non-conference game of the year, Louisiana Tech, coming up here. A coach you know pretty well. They've already played 4 football games. They've already got a lot of experience this year under their belt. Yeah, 2-2 football team. Lost a heartbreaker the other night, down 17 in the fourth quarter, and found a way to make plays with their backup quarterback. Butler came in, so explosive offense. Sonny Cumbie, the head coach, TCU offensive coordinator, air raid. Smoke Harris, dynamic playmaker for them. So this will be a challenge for our offense. Probably tempo, RPOs, all the different things. Not very Big Ten-ish. Just more that style of play and an aggressive blitzing man-to-man defense, and so that's what people have done against us. So should be a great game. We have all week to get ourselves ready and try to get better this week. All right, let's make it 2 in a row. Yes, sir. Huskers and Louisiana Tech Saturday afternoon. Love those Saturday afternoon football games at Memorial Stadium. That'll do it for this week's show. My thanks to the entire Husker Vision crew and to you for watching. We invite you to join us again here next week.